one for Deline. Linda asks, can you clarify and expand on what realized versus unrealized means? Does it mean that my daily balance that shows up on my superannuation app is the unrealized amount, or is it only when you withdraw the amount that it becomes realized?
Short answer is yes, depending on what fund she's looking at. But yeah, if you're not making any transactions yourself and you're looking at the balance on a daily basis, that's usually an unrealized balance. It's only when you sell something that you're realizing, you're locking in that gain.
Well, I read this as there's two things here. There's the concept of what realized and unrealized is, and then there's the actual how unitized funds work. Is that how you're reading it?
I'm reading it as in like you're seeing on your account this unrealized gain number and you're seeing this realized number. Realized, because there is some platforms that will show you the difference between realized and unrealized. Realized is, hey, we've sold down some investments in an SMA or we've sold down some investments within a managed fund. This is your realized gains that you've made for the year.
Yeah.
This is your unrealized gains that you've made for the year. Therefore, your total gain is X.
Yeah, but if Linda's looking at the pedestrian, run-of-the-mill, garden variety, unitized fund, be it ART, Aware, Host Plus, Hester, whatever the fund is, that unit price that she sees in her account is literally the realized amount because there is a provision in the unit price. And this is why everyone losing their crap with super with the 296 division of unrealized gains. Friends, there's a provision for unrealized gains in everyone's unit price as it is in super. Mm-hmm. But when you talk about it as a headline thing, it's like savage. But that's just how the way the unit prices work. So
that's what I was trying to say. It depends like what fund are we talking about. Yeah.
Well, I honestly think any unitized fund, the balance that you see will be realized because there is a provision for unrealized gains. But if you have the wrap account, that will literally have the unrealized gains in there. And then this is when you go to product selection. If you have to do drawdowns with a unitized fund, you don't get to choose first in, first out and tax strategy. Whereas a wrap account, you can say we want to optimize the tax of this parcel of shares. So we will sell the last in or first out, whatever it is. It's been a long day. It's been a long life.
And you know, talking about wrap accounts, just because you are like, even though we were talking about, you know, index-based industry funds, blah, blah, wrap accounts do play a big game in tax efficiency if done well. You know, when you're talking about like we've got clients with millions and millions of dollars in wrap accounts and the ability for us to customize their tax efficiency, it's a very, very powerful thing. And yes, we might need to pay a little bit more for the privilege to do so. But when you outweigh it against the tax benefits that you come, but once again, goes back to the person's purpose, the strategy that sits behind it. And that's why we'd rather have different options in our arsenal.
Yeah. But when she withdraws an amount from a unitized fund, does it then become realized? No, because technically it's already realized in the unit price.
Correct.
No whispering here.
Yeah, I was just saying, should we talk about pension bonuses or like they've all got different retirement bonuses? They've got different terminologies.
Dare ya.
So like,
go on, dude. Go on.
This can of worms. You know, people are often worried about the tax from moving from accumulation into pension phase, but a lot of these industry funds have some sort of retirement bonus or pension bonus, so that if you stay with the fund, move into pension phase, then you actually get like a refund of tax that's been withheld behind the scenes. So some funds might give you like up to 10 grand, for example, as a bit of like tax back for moving into pension phase. They've all got different rules, how long you got to be in the fund for, what investment option, all that kind of stuff. But that's something that's available for those unitized funds.
Any other comments on that?
I was just going to say, how's the lollies? Last time we were on here, we were throwing lollies around. Have you practiced?
No, don't ever eat when you're doing a podcast. That's why I'm not talking, because I'm chewing.
That's why I keep declining
I'll
the lollies.
finish this lolly. We'll take a break. We'll come back and talk more right after this. Hey, it's Glenn here. Thank you so much for watching today's video. You made it to the end. Can I ask a favor? Can you hit that like button and maybe hit subscribe if you want to get notified when we release further videos just like this one, whether you watch the Money, Money, Money podcast or Retire Right. And remember, if you want to learn more about investing, I've got an investing book, The Quick Start Guide to Investing, and there's a link in the description to get your hands on a copy. Thank you so much. Bye.